So far, we've used the targeted version of the physical camera. A targeted camera has a look at or an aim point, and we change the rotation values of a targeted camera by moving the target. We can grab the Move tool and click on the target, move it around, and that will rotate the camera. If we wanted to rotate the camera directly, then we would need to use a free camera. For a physical camera, we can convert it to a free camera once it's been created. Select the camera, go to the Modify panel, and simply disable Targeted at the top of the basic rollout. And we still have a target distance here, and that determines the size of the frustum, or the pyramid that shows the area of view. But there is no aim point any longer, and we can rotate the camera directly. We can grab the Rotate tool and rotate it and pan around. The other form of a free camera is a standard camera. So let's create a standard camera. Go to the Create panel, to Cameras, and we can create a targeted standard camera or a free standard camera. And just like with the physical camera, we could convert between free and targeted after the camera's been created. But if I want to create a free camera, I can just click on Free, and when I click in the viewport, that camera will be created pointing into that viewport. So if I click in the perspective view, the camera actually faces downward. So I'll undo that. Control Z to undo. Let's create in the left or front viewport to avoid that problem. I don't have a front viewport in my layout currently, so I can click in this side or left view. And now I've got a standard free camera. And we can right-click to exit out of creation. And that Rotate tool is still active. And we can go ahead and right-click in that top view and rotate that free standard camera. To see through that camera's lens, we can choose it in the viewport. Go over to that physical camera 001 viewport, click on the viewport label, and switch over to Cameras, Camera 001. Now we're looking through that standard camera's lens. I can right-click in the top view once again and rotate to pan around the scene. If we go to the Modify panel, the standard camera has some of the controls that the physical camera has. For example, we've got a field of view in degrees, and we have the ability to change the type from free to targeted or back again. But we don't have any of the optical parameters of a physical camera, such as the sensor size or the shutter duration. There are very rare occasions in which you might want to use a standard or old school camera instead of the physical camera. For example, if you're rendering in the Quicksilver hardware renderer and you want to get a motion blur effect, you'll want to use a standard camera for that. That's how to convert a physical camera to a free camera and how to create a standard free camera.